Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Roman and today I'm going to be showcasing the best hardware ID spoofer on the market to get yourself hardware ID banned from Fortnite. So if you are getting messages like this when trying to load into Fortnite, that means that you are hardware ID banned. That is very unfortunate as there are only two ways to get yourself hardware ID banned. The first way is to go ahead and buy yourself a new computer for about $1,000 to $2,000, which is very expensive and not ideal at all. And the second way to get yourself hardware ID ban is to go ahead and buy yourself a hardware ID spoofer. What is a hardware ID spoofer? Well, it is something that changes your computer serials without the need of buying a whole new computer, which saves time and money. And where can you find one that's trusted? Well, DivineCheats.net, with over 1,000 vouchers in their Discord server, is the most trusted hardware ID spoofer on the market, and you can get their spoofer at DivineCheats.net for the very cheap price starting at $24.99 for a one-time spoofer and $68.88 for a lifetime spoofer. Now, if you're wondering which spoofer is the better option, well, the lifetime is definitely the better option as you guys can use it forever, whenever you want, but it is a bit pricey and it's great for those who are cheaters. So if you are planning on cheating in the future, definitely get the lifetime because you are prone to getting hardware ID banned again if you do continue cheating. However, if you got false hardware ID ban or you just cheated once and you're looking to just get yourself hardware ID ban, you're never gonna cheat again. Just get the the one time. The one time is definitely a good option as well because it is cheap and it works and it will permanently spoof your computer with just one click. But you can only use it one time, so make sure you use it, at the best time possible. Maybe you're banned on like multiple games, you could use the one time to get unbanned from multiple games, but you have to be hardware ID banned on multiple games for that to work. But the lifetime, you can use it for multiple games for any time you want, whenever. So definitely the lifetime is better, but the one time is just as good. Now, since you guys are watching this video, I'm going to give you guys a 5% discount code. So if you use code Roman before checking out, you're going to get 5% off your order. So you get $3.44 off your lifetime spoofer. And for the one-time spoofer, it's like $1.24, and it works for any other product on the store, including the cheats that they have even for Fortnite, and also for these other games listed over here, and for every product they have. And yeah, so let's get to the part where I showcase the payment methods they accept. They accept like Google Pay, Venmo, Apple Pay sometimes on a phone, and PayPal, and they also just do credit card, simple. And then they also have a Discord server where you guys could just make a ticket and make a purchase ticket and ask one of the staff members to help you with a purchase with the payment method of your choice. They also have very useful information on their Discord server, including what operating systems they support, what advanced spoofing they have, the features and capabilities it provides, and the games it works on. So I know we're just making this video for Fortnite, but in fact it does work for all of these other games as well. Here are some of the prices that they provide and the services. Here are some frequently asked questions. If you have any questions, they may be answered here. Here are their announcements about the spoofer or anything. And here are the reviews. And they also have giveaways. So occasionally they will have giveaways, so make sure you check these out if you want to potentially win a giveaway spoofer for free. They also have like media, and yeah. So let's get to the part where we actually hardware ID spoof. The first thing you want to do is run the spoofer as an administrator. Put in your license key. It should look something like that. Next, what you want to do is load the install permanent spoof. But before we do that, actually, we're gonna take a photo of our serials. Now, I've been making videos on this computer before, so I have spoofed my computer before. That's why it says spoofed. But regardless if it's spoofed or not, I have the lifetime, so I can spoof it as many times as I want. So I'm just gonna name this serials of today. So these are my serials right now. Now we're gonna have to change these. So as you guys can see, when you refresh them, it doesn't change. But once we install the permanent spoof, it'll take 1 or 2 minutes. It will change completely. It wasn't good. All right. So as you guys can see, the permanent spoof has just completed. Now we're gonna exit out of the spoofer and restart our PC to lock in the changes. Alrighty guys, so I just restarted the PC. So now what you want to do is go ahead and run the spoofer as administrator again. Put in your license key and then check your serials. And then what you want to do is compare them with the serials that we saved. So we saved serials of today at August 19, 928. Okay, and then we can just compare and contrast if all the serials have all been changed, and it looks like they have. As you guys can see, all the numbers are completely different from each other, even the CPU serial and the disk serial, the baseboard, and the Mac. The volume IDs, they don't have to be spoofed, but if you do want to, all you have to do is to go ahead and just disk spoof, because that is your disk. But you usually don't have to do that for most games. However, games like Valorant, which are more strict, you will have to spoof it. Alrighty, so now let's get to the part where we showcase the vouchers before we end the video. So let's just go into Discord. And then we will go to Divine Cheats, and then go to reviews and read some of them. So plus rep spoof worked, fast process. I'm finally unbanned plus rep. The best spoofer, finally I'm unbanned from Marvel Rivals, thanks Daniel Gang for helping. W Valorant chair. Plus rep Rust cheat, we gonna on fun server times 1,000,000 and we gonna crazy. Plus rep been unbanned, thanks Divine. Best spoofer ever, plus huge rep. I'm unbanned in Rust after a false ban. If anyone needs help or question, I can help a 5-star. Plus rep unbanned on Fortnite with the best permanent I've ever used. As you guys can see, this guy got unbanned from Fortnite. Got unbanned on Rust on my first try. Best permanent spoofer I ever bought. Helped me out when I needed. Great permanent spoofer, give me lots of help when I needed on steps I didn't get, and extended my license when I messed up and my key was going to run out before I could fix my mess up from my own mistakes. It actually works for Rust. So yeah guys, as you guys can see, just reading these few vouchers definitely show the trust and reliability that customers have in DivineCheats.net. So no reason not to buy a spoofer from the most trusted spoofer on the market. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all of you tuning in and staying until the end. Roman out.